What's up, fellow YouTubers? This is MC Reg with a fellow it's another hip hop review. Album I'm reviewing today is Eminem's Marshall Mathers LP, released in 2000 on Aftermath Records under Interscope and the Shady. You guys know what Eminem is. He dropped Infinite back in '96, Slim Shady EP back in '97, signed into the Social Unsigned Hype back in '98. Around that time, trying to drop his Aftermath, released a Slim Shady LP, classic album, at the same time controversial, because he was talking about drugs and killing people, all that stuff. And there you go. Singles album's known for is The Way I Am, The Real Slim Shady, and Stand. Producers on this album is the 45 King. 45 King, he is best known for producing like the stuff for Queen Latifah back in the day and Gangstar when they started out. Well, he kind of, I think he fell into drugs and he came back in the late 90s when he produced for Jay-Z's song Hard Knock Life. And you got the Bass Brothers producing too, Dr. Dre, Eminem, and Mailman. Alright, let me get started with the songs. And like, this has got more of a personal album. Like, this is dark. I mean, you saw the shit he was talking back in the Slim Shady LP, but with a more darker approach. Cause like, when that album dropped, a lot of people was calling him celebrity now, and so he's trying to prove to everybody that, oh, I can still rhyme and stuff. So I'm gonna get to that. The first song on the album. First song is a public service announcement, but this is the original first song, Kill You. Where what I got from the song, it's a good song, but I got like how the Chris always say you can't really rap about drugs and killing women and all that. So he said, okay, well, forget you, I'm gonna do what I want to do. I can write what I want to write. And then the next song on the album, Stand, featuring Dido, releasing this song right here. Is a classic song. Everybody knows about this song. The song basically just tells a story about how he has this fan, and the fan he just writes him a letter 3 times already, but Eminem still hasn't had the time to like get back to him, because you know how these fans are. And I think at the 3rd verse he kills his girlfriend and his child, the unborn child. And then that next verse, just when Eminem finally has a chance to hit him up, he saw the news that this guy died, and then the guy he was replying to, Eminem, it was proved to be Stan. So that's a crazy song. This song was also famous because it surprised critics, and because like many critics were saying that he's just known for writing all that crazy stuff, but like it just sounds like he could be a really true lyricist once he puts his mind into it. The next song is Paul, which is a skit. Basically a skit saying about his manager like reviewing the album. It's nothing really important. Then track number 5 is Who Knew. This was actually supposed to be the lead single of the song, but they changed it to The Real Slim Shady, which I'll get into in a moment. But this song basically just criticizes people and like his critics for saying that his music is bad for the youth. Because every time like you hear all this crazy stuff, you say, oh, they always blame it to like Eminem or a certain rapper and stuff like that. And so he also references the whole Columbine High School shooting that happened back in '99, which a lot of people kind of blame on Eminem, but at the same time they always applaud like action heroes like Arnold Schwarzenegger, which was he's saying on the song like they always applaud like action heroes for shooting up buildings and stuff. So I kind of thought that was like really a clever song how he put it there. Track number 6 is Steve Berman, which is basically a skit. But Steve Berman, he's like the president of marketing at Interscope. So track number 7 is The Way I Am, which was playing earlier when I first played the video. Kind of like one of my favorite songs he did. Like it's like the second singles are always like his seconds are always like a more darker approach to his music. And so what I learned about that is like he just like he's just saying this is the way I am. I'm not gonna change for nobody. And the beat on the album is actually Eminem's first beat he made by himself, which I thought that was really interesting. Then track number 8 is The Real Slim Shady. This was just like a last minute song because like I think the label wanted a more pop singer so he can appeal to the mass, stuff like that. Cause see this song is I don't hate the song, but if you like, it's like one of those songs where you hear all the time, but like sometimes like you love it here after you hear it all the time. But this song is just saying it's just making fun of pop music and stuff like that, like Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera around that time. And track number 9 we come to like one of my favorite songs on the album called Remember Me, where this has RBX and Sticky Fingers. For those who don't know what RBX is, he is like an MC back in like the Death Row days where he like I think he helped I think wrote for Dr. Dre or some stuff like that. And you guys should know who Sticky Fingers is because he was in the rap group Onyx, which was like one of my favorite hip hop groups of like hearts of all time. And in my opinion, Sticky Fingers basically stole the show. Let me get to this thing. Like, check out his Sticky Fingers, his first album, the autobiography of Kirk Jones, like, something like that. Dope album, very underrated album. I always feel that Sticky Fingers kind of underrated himself. Then track number 10 is I'm Back, which was like basically Eminem's like return to the whole Slim Shady persona. Pretty okay track. I love the wordplay on the album. And track number 11 is like one of my favorite songs on the album, which is Marshall Mathers. He kills it in this song. He talks about like people taking shots at the like Insane Clown Posse, Vanilla Ice, while he's talking about rappers trying to be too flashy. Like, and he said that this is the way I am and I'm not gonna change. Like, pretty dope song. I love the song. Kind of dark a little bit. Oh, in my opinion, it's like the darkest song on the album. Eminem back. This style of rap. Track number 12 is Ken Kanief, which is like a skit just about Eminem's gay character. Track number 13 is Drug Ballad, where he just talks about his issues with with drug abuse in his life. Pretty good song. Like, it just proves that Eminem's a good storyteller at times. Track number 14, Amityville, featuring Bizarre from D12. That song was alright. I'm not really the biggest fan of that song. Track number 15, Bitch Please 2, featuring Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Exhibit, and Nate Dogg. Pretty dope song. That song is actually a sequel to the original song by Snoop Dogg called Bitch Please off his No Limit Top Dog album back in '99, which was like a very underrated album. Check that album out. My opinion, I think that Snoop and Em had the best verse in that song. Okay, well, this is actually the clean version of the album. So the original version of track 16 had a song called Kim, where he talks about how he's killing his girlfriend while he's hanging out with his daughter, stuff like that. I don't really hate the song, but you can tell it was a bit like too. I don't hate. I just thought it was kind of a bit too much though. It was like actually the most controversial song on the album. So then it got replaced with this song called The Kids, and so this song is basically like him talking as a kid, and like you can hear the influence like with the South Park kind of influence, especially with South Park influence, where like you got a little Cartman like kind of voice in the beginning. Track number 17, Under the Influence, featuring D12. Pretty cool song. Just basically shows you how the day by day antics that these guys get into, stuff like that. And track number 18 is Criminal, the last track on the album. He's basically just telling him that, oh, like people think he's a criminal just because they think he's saved, they think he does, stuff like that. Like, pretty amazing song in my opinion. So overall, this album is a classic album, like one of my favorite albums. I think my favorite albums are Eminem, of course. 10 out of 10. Like, I'm gonna most definitely review Marshall Mathers 2, most definitely. I'm gonna have it uploaded this week though. But if you're not a fan of Eminem, I also recommend just check this album out. It'll make you a fan. Alright, so stay tuned for my next review, and peace.